Hi, I'm Caryn. I'm the art therapist at Challenge, and today I'm going to show you how to make one of these beautiful little woven objects. They're actually called God's eyes, and I'll give you a little bit of a background history on them soon, and you probably know what they are because you may have made them in your childhood yourself. So what I love about this is that often when you have a child with cancer, you're in the hospital a lot. You're waiting on appointments, you're waiting in a hospital room, and I think as soon as you walk into a hospital, even if you don't realize it, you can get kind of tense in your body. It can be quite stressful and overwhelming because it's not a place where you want to go by choice, and it's not a place where you think that you're going to end up. Something like this can be really beautiful because it's something that can take your mind off your surroundings. It can focus your energy into one place, and it can be quite calming and kind of meditative because you're doing this repetitive pattern. And also when your child sees you making one, you're showing them how you can cope with stress and manage your anxiety or your stress in the moment by doing something mindful and quite kind of unique. It's a nice thing to do together when you're in those weird spaces of waiting and where you're a little bit out of control. So to do this, you need some wool. The great thing about this is you can switch colours as you go. Think about what colours might mean something to you, and then on that day, you can switch to that colour and start going in that colour. And then at the end, you kind of have this record of how you felt over the time that you made it. You'll have kind of a bit of a mood diary, if you like, during this art project. So that's kind of a fun way to make it a bit more individualized to yourself as well. You need some paddle pop sticks. If you don't have paddle pop sticks, you can use food skewers. You can also use sticks. So I'm going to make a blue one like I did before, and the way you start out is you want to just make a cross with your sticks, and some people like to glue this together so that it's really sturdy. I don't really mind if it's a bit wonky. You can see that one's a little bit skew, and you know that doesn't bother me, so it depends how perfect you want it. So I'm just going to kind of put them together like that, and then with this wool just go around it a few times in both directions. So go around that way and then go around it this way, and then kind of have a look, and you might want to adjust it a little bit so it's more straight. So that's pretty much it. I mean, just going around it twice different ways holds it together, so it's really great, and you can just kind of hold it like this as you go. So what you want to do is you want to go under the first one and then over the next one. And then just do that the whole way, so underneath and over, and just kind of twist it as you go. And so once you get a hang of this, you can kind of speed up a little bit. And you just kind of make sure that all of the wool is not overlapping and it's kind of well placed, and make sure you have a lot of wool with you. So under, over, under, over. And that repetition is actually a really mindful activity, and it can be very meditative because you're doing the same thing over and over and over. It can really still your mind and get you to focus on what you're doing. So I'll give you a little bit of a history about this art form as I go. So it was actually first used in Mexican indigenous communities, and it's also been linked to Christianity. But I don't think you have to be spiritual or religious to make one of these. So you can really make it your own, but it is good to know where it comes from. In Mexico, when they did this, it was a symbol for protection. So you can see I'm almost coming to the end here, and I just want to show you how you can switch colors. So you just want to cut it somewhere, and I might finish it off with this beautiful turquoise color. And you just want to tie it. So you just do a really simple knot. And then that's it. When you're going around, you can just make sure that that knot sits at the bottom underneath. This doesn't line up exactly, but I'm just going to pull it really tight so it does sit underneath there. And then you can just keep going. Great, so I reckon I'm finished. I really love that. Once you get the hang of that basic technique, you can make it more complex by adding different colors or adding more sticks at the beginning, and you'll realize that it's a lot quicker and a lot easier than you expect. So I'm just gonna cut it at the end and tie a knot, and then you're done. Go. And that's finished. So now I have two, which is exciting. But yeah, I mean, it was something that was so easy to do. It always looks great, even if it's wonky, it doesn't matter. And you can vary the complexity as well. You can make it a lot harder, which is also really, really fun and really good for older kids if you have adolescents. So I really hope you enjoyed making those with me, and I hope your kids will enjoy learning from you as well. And I hope that they make your hospital stay or your at-home stay or any kind of stressful experience a little bit more manageable. Okay, thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next time.